Hi, welcome to Celtic Inspired. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make or how to draw this rosary. The basis of Celtic knots is just going under and over. To start, we're going to draw a circle. This will give us the basic shape of our rosary. If you want to be really specific, you can take like a bowl or something and draw an even circle, but I'm not that particular, so I'm just going to freehand it. At the bottom, you're going to draw where your cross is going to be and the line going up, and then we have 1, 2. I'm just putting X's where I want what would normally be beads, but in this case it's going to be Celtic knot designs to be. So you have the cross, and then there's typically an Our Father bead, 3 Hail Marys, and a Glory Be bead. Now besides this one, this is one, there are 4 other larger beads typically. In our case, those are going to be the Celtic symbol for the triune God. They've got one here, one here,
and one here.
So I like to do my Glory Bees, that's the prayer you typically say on those first, because they're a little bit more intricate, and the in-between beads, which represent your Hail Marys, are pretty easy. So to start, it's helpful to have one to look at. So I'm just going to flip this page over. And we're just going to draw this shape. So you couldn't really see the one I draw in the original video, so I decided to redraw the Glory Be shape much larger, just so it's easier to look at. So I started by drawing a circle, and then we're going to make 3 points in a roughly triangle shape around the circle. So after you've drawn that, we're going to draw our inner lines around our shapes. If you hear that little voice in the background, that's my son. He's very cute. The next thing we're going to do is attach the triangles to each other. So I like to start with the middle one, if you will. And you're going to go connect it to the bottom. You're drawing the line across. Then we're going to keep flowing that same pattern. So you connect the top triangle to the bottom triangle. You go through the bottom triangle to connect to the triangle opposite it. And then finally, we're going to connect the triangle. You get the idea. Now it's time to do our under-over. So you just pick a place to start, and you go over, and you follow that line and keep alternating over, under, all the way around your Celtic knot. So here we're going over, retrace that. Next we'll go under, over, this line already goes under, instead of continuing like this, because it can be kind of hard to follow the line, I'm just going to try to draw about how many circles already in the line. Normally I'd have, actually let's go ahead and draw that real quick. Just the basics.
Draw this basic shape here so that I have something for my links to connect to.
All right. And we'll fix that later. All right, so this is 1, 2, and we need 10. And I'm just going to draw kind of like oval beads, not quite like eggs. I'll get my 3,
4.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. So we're going to go back to our first one, and we're going to keep doing that over-under pattern. So this is over, which means this one's going to go under. So I'm going to draw this to connect with my bead and go across, so that this one goes under on the next turn. And I'm just going to draw one line, because this is going to be the inner line of each of your knots. And we're just going to keep doing that. So this went under, so it's going to go over. And bring up our other side to meet it. So you'll notice on these that whatever side you start with going over, it's always going to go over. So like if the middle goes over, it'll always go over as you're drawing it. If the outside goes over, it'll always go over as you're drawing it. So you can do it that way too. Then you're just going to take your eraser and erase that middle line.
You'll probably get a little more than one, that's okay.
And you're just gonna retrace over those parts that you erased. So now we've completed a decade. Yay! So now I'm going to show you how to make the shape I used for the first glory bee, which is really easy. I want the center to be where my line is coming in. So actually I'm just going to start like that. There we go. All right. Shapes. Again, we're not worrying about our over-under yet. I like to have the shapes drawn first. It's just easier. There's our basic shape, like a 4-leaf clover. Then we're going to come in here and again, just pick one to start with. I'm going to start up here, and we're going to go over. Redraw that in. And then we're going to go under. And by now you know this process.
Oh, and that's all there is to it. It looks far more complicated than it is. Far more impressive than it actually is. Go over. And under. Nice thing is once you make a loop on one of these, you're basically done because there's only 2 shapes that you're intersecting.
There. I'm going to attach my vine now. We'll make this has to go under because this goes over. So that'll go under. And this side will go over. Make that a little bit more reachable. over. Again, this is not the best work, but you can take more time when you do it. And there you have it. For this section, you just keep repeating the exact same thing we did all the way around. These vines are exactly the same. For this, I just did a little circle, which I connected to them. That's all that is. For the cross, that was a little trickier. Basically, I did the same thing I did with the beads. So I'm just gonna draw our loops. And after you have these first ones drawn, you can erase your cross in the middle. And then we're going to draw our outer layer. Now this one's a little bit more tricky, but same basic concept, over under. So we're going to start at the top like I did with the triune God symbol. And we're going to go over here, which means we're going to go under here. Okay, so we're under. Now we're going to go over. This is over. This one's under. That's already under. And this one is over. So that's kind of where the tricky part is. You do have another one that kind of just comes out of here. Over. Yeah, and that's basically it. So keep doing this all the way around, and you will have a lovely Celtic rosary. Thanks for watching. Kia ora.